Forever Loblolly, written by Carmen Deedy and John McCutcheon, illustrated by Tom Gonzalez, and created by a plethora of people. Once upon a time, a storm swept over a Georgia woodland. A tree swayed, a branch broke, and a prickly pine cone fell and fell and fell. As it struck the ground, the pine cone burst. Some of the seeds skittered across a nearby rock. A few were swept up in a gust of wind. One very lucky seed tumbled into a pocket of moist earth and little ones fell asleep. It had been a long day. Time passed. One bright morning, he awoke to find himself a fuzzy-headed, let's try that again, fuzzy-headed sprout, surrounded by giants. There were stately oaks, sweet gums, and a clutch of leggy pines that felt oddly familiar. One magnificent tree, taller and broader than the rest, boomed a greeting. "Oh, hello, young'un."
"What are you?"
the sprout whispered. "Why, I'm a great oak, the oldest living thing in this wood."
"Then, what am I?"
"You," replied the old one, "are a loblolly pine," which is just so much fun to say. "A very clever tree that knows how to bend with the wind." The other trees whispered words of welcome and gently shook their branches. "You are the youngest of us all," sang the sweet gum tree. "May you live forever."
"What's forever?"
asked the sprout. The other trees grew quiet as the ancient oak spoke. A tree may have many lives. You are a long way from forever. Your job now is to grow, little one." And the sprout burrowed his roots deep into the earth, turned toward the warm sun, and got to work.
In the years that followed, the rains fed him, bigger trees made room for him. The sun turned his needles lush and green, and he learned to bend with every storm. Then, one spring day, the rains came to visit the wood, and like an impolite guest, did not seem to know when to leave. As the ground flooded below, the winds blew down from above. "Bend," the ancient oak commanded the trees. The loblolly bent, but the earth had grown soft and slick beneath him. Try as he might, his roots would not hold. And down, down, down he went. "If this is my forever, I don't like it one bit." As if in apology, the wind and rain died down. The old oak vowed as much as his great girth would allow and whispered, "Remember, a tree has many lives. This may not be your forever yet. Oh my, we have visitors." The oak quickly straightened his trunk and spread his branches as a shuffling of humans approached.
A friendly woman in a bright orange hat knelt alongside the fallen tree. "Goodness, but you've had a fall. We've lost a lot of trees in this storm, but I know the perfect job for a fine loblolly pine like you." Loblolly wasn't sure what happened next, but it happened quickly. All he knew was that, in the end, he felt slimmer and shinier and still quite alive. He was splashed with brilliant colors. His pages were folded and gathered. He was tucked into a warm jacket and delivered library. What a strange place this is. Smells a bit like my old woods, he thought. Without warning, a small, rather sticky hand lifted him from the shelf. Then a child, to whom the hand belonged, opened the cover and began to read. And the seed that became a sprout, that became a loblolly, that became a book, lived happily forever after.